upon the dance.
The falcon, poised with light, has come forth hooded, but once the hood has been removed, the age-old dance of the hunted and hunter begins.
Behold, the sport of kings!
That's just different. You just keep that to yourself. She said what? Hey! That nigga scared, bro. After that shit shit on my head. Fuck you. Where are you? That shit on my head, nigga. See that shit.
Damn. Watch closely.
Man, I'm coming next year, man.
It is done.
I'm coming next year, but
It is known as lure flying. It is used by the master falconer to increase the bird's strength and stamina before long hunts in the wild, and helps to assure the watchful eye of Lady Anne that her charge remains keen to the lure.
The master falconer must allow the bird a little of the meat off the lure to ensure she remains keen or hungry to the target for flights in the future.
I think it looks like a good, man. That's a good.
And then she will entice her back to the glove. To fist and to feast, well done, my lady. But now raise a cheer for Lady Anne, our master falconer, and Lady Isis, a mighty bird of prey.
Most skillful gunners always my lady. On the arrival of my guests, we shall visit the mews and choose several of your favorite birds for a hunt.
Well done, Lady Anne. Fare thee well.
Now there are two ways that a man can become a knight of the realm. He may be dubbed a knight on the field of battle for valor and service to his lord. Or, as was usually the case, the son of a knight would become a squire at a very early age. He was expected to perform any chore that was assigned to him, this teaching him the importance of service and humility, qualities of a true knight. Later he would undergo rigorous training. He would master the art of horsemanship and master weaponry.
Ideally, a young squire would learn to read and write and be educated in business affairs, since he would be expected to administer lands held by the king once he had achieved his rank. His education included instruction in the arts as well. Music, dancing, poetry, and courtly manners were all part of a young knight's training.
For many centuries, the path to knighthood remained remarkably unchanged. When a young man embarked upon his journey towards knighthood, he would start with the duties of a squire, tending to the horses, maintaining the equipment of the knights, daily training in horsemanship. These will all continue until the squire is prepared to assume his role as a knight. But most important is his mastery of weapons and the art of war. When called upon to defend his land and his home, the knight must possess these skills in order to fashion a victory. At the tournament, he learns to pit his skills against other knights, so that when he is called to serve his king, he is prepared for battle.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. That's just going like that. But take that shit.
Whoa! You so dead.
Physical training played an important role in the creation of a knight. In order to maximize strength and minimize injury, the knights and squires maintained a strict regimen of physical exercise. The enormous demands of the battlefield and the tournament required proper sword-fighting form and physical health. The modern approach to physical training was unavailable to the medieval knight. In the absence of weight training, fitness counseling, or many times even a nutritious diet, the knight forged his own way when it came to fitness. Years of training and fearlessness in the midst of the fight carried the day, and in the end, they were rewarded with rank and title.
The sense of drama that surrounded the combat of the medieval tournament is lost to antiquity. What must it have been like to train and to compete in one of these long-ago contests, and how to recreate it here?
While the art of choreography lies at the center stage combat, the crucial element is physical training. Although the armed combat itself is dangerous, the real risk of injury for our knights lies in the lack of preparation. Even with daily training, a knight here in the Majesty's Castle will wait 6 months to a year before performing a fight in the Grand Arena.
The weapons are real. Used centuries ago against armored knights wearing suits of armor, yet their weight for use in our tournament is much reduced. They're made from lightweight yet durable titanium, and they remain both lethal and dangerous. My lords,
the structure of all sword combat is composed of some very basic blocks and strikes. It is only when we layer these simple factors together we can recreate the drama and excitement of a medieval contest. These basic movements are the head strike, the leg strike, and the shoulder strike. Well done. As you can see, each strike is aimed at a specific part of the opponent's body and answered with a blocking movement. A variety of other attack and defense maneuvers follow, such as the jab, the chop, the cut, the disarm, and of course, the kill. The medieval sword fight has also incorporated elements of more traditional hand-to-hand combat. The secondary layer of fight choreography includes the kick, the fall, here, let me help you up, and the flip.
These points of choreography can now be layered in with the original series of strikes and blocks. In order to provide a sense of realism to the scene, we can add body posture or a combat stance to stop the opponent sizing up his strengths or weaknesses. This realism can now be used during the exchange of blows within the combat. Here we can see the importance of reaction in stage choreography. No. The responsibility of selling the move lies with the knight who is receiving the blow. Watch again, this time as the squire sells the move. Well done, right on target. Every day here at our castle, our knights engage in practices and run-throughs of the entire fight. Now this teaches muscle memory, and most importantly, safety. The knight will be able to rely on his familiarity with the moves, should he be distracted even for a split second. Now perhaps, if you watch closely, you will be able to identify many of these basic elements of choreography in this run-through.
Now we begin to layer the elements of modern theatre over our choreographed combat scene. Lights serve to fence in the combatants, highlighting the setting in which we want to focus your attention. The presence of a hazing effect lends a three-dimensional appearance to the lighting. Finally, a piece of music is added, one that suspends the listener in time and creates a feeling of urgency and danger. With the elements layered one on top of the other, the combat begins.
cheer for our 2 squires in training and for our 2 knights of the realm.
Just as in the medieval tournament, who wins each of the fights here at the castle is determined by the level of training the knight has accomplished.
Each fight has 2 sides which must be learned. Mastering each side of all of the fights that comprise the show may take many years. Once a knight has completed his training here, just as it was centuries ago, the knight is under an oath to never use his newfound knowledge to intimidate or to bully others. For the role of a bully is against the knight's code of chivalry, a code by which we must all abide.
Let's test your knowledge on what we just learned. How long does it take to become a knight at medieval times? A. 5 years. B. 3 years. C. 6 months to 1 year. Or D. The first day.
The correct answer is C. Hard work and daily training will earn a knight his spurs.
Here's another. All of the weapons are designed to match the weapons of the Middle Ages, but they are made from a special kind of material called A. Titanium, B. Stainless steel, C. Iron, or D. Aluminum.
Answer A. Titanium. You were right. No knight in shining armor would be complete without a sword and a horse.
Many of the fights require jousting and combat from horseback, so the horsemanship remains as it did centuries ago, the cornerstone of a knight's training.
Here at medieval times, we consider the horses to be the stars of the show. And as stars, they enjoy around-the-clock security and state-of-the-art facilities right here in the castle. Once a week, they are visited by a blacksmith or a farrier. They are also provided with the very best of veterinary care available. So, if you see, for instance, a horse in the show appear to foam at the mouth, rest assured, he is healthy, and his reaction to bit and bridle is completely normal.
His Majesty's horse enjoy a healthy diet of fresh hay and oats. Here at the castle, the horses come in all shapes and sizes, from the strong, stalwart Frisian to the nimble and hard-working quarter horse.
The most beautiful of all of my horses are the magnificent Andalusian stallions.
Renowned for centuries as the king of horses and the horse of kings, the Andalusian embodies bold courage, quiet strength, and flowing grace.
The purebred Andalusians can be traced back to the legendary bloodlines of Spain. It is said that a powerful